Sunset, there's another new place called the Pit Tavern.
She appeared in my doorway, a vision, for a bite to eat, perhaps a place to rest her head. So I brought her in, and I've got to say, sadly, we weren't very busy that day. All right, I'm lying. There wasn't a soul in the joint. And it was completely empty. I just opened it a few months earlier, and, well, I didn't have a clue. It was way over my head. And you wait, I didn't have a clue. That's going to be a big saying in a couple of hundred years. Watch. But I did have a chance to talk to Goody, and so I heard her story, and she heard mine. And I thought that, well, she needs a job, and I desperately need help with the tavern. So I asked her if she'd like a job. She said yes, and I made the second smartest choice of my life, and I hired her on the spot.
Hooray!
It gets better.
I think there's more.
Hey.
Sir.
Yes. After a few months, I came to realize that not only could the tavern not do without her, but neither could I. So, I made the first smartest choice of my life, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes!
How's that?
So charming.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
It's a beautiful story.
Thank you. Sebastian, you have a wonderful story to tell.
That biscuit caught my eye.
Oh, well, it can be distracting. The biscuit's a little risque.
Biscuit is. My story is not as romantic as yours.
Oh, your day will come. Christmas love will come to you, Sebastian.
We'll see. Anyhow, a few years ago, my uncle wrote me a letter. It was scrawled all over the page. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. What I could make out from it was, Sebastian, come help. Vision gone, kicked by horse in both eyes. So, obviously his vision is back now, but I'll get to that. And so I came here and he said, Sebastian, I need you to go out on the farm and milk all the animals, and that's what I started doing. And it began a love affair I have with animals, but I'll tell you more about that later. And so I go out to milk all the animals, and 3 months later, on Christmas Day precisely, his vision returned.
A Christmas miracle.
The first thing he saw was me. And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "What the hell are you doing, Sebastian? You cannot milk a chicken."
No.
And I said, "I wish you had told me that a few months ago."
So did the chicken.
Because I had worked that chicken to the bone, and all I got was eggs. And so he saw that I had a kinship with animals, and he paid for my education in animal husbandry. I'm a veterinarian.
A doctor.
Yes.
The first doctor in the Good Mead family. We're all very pleased.
I've been working on domestication of wild animals, like
This
dogs,
is insane.
cats,
It's never gonna work.
Never.
naming them and letting them live in the house.
Naming dogs
Ridiculous.
and cats, having them inside,
No.
never gonna fly.
Currently, I'm working on a pig. I'm working on a pig named Bill, and a cow named Bill, because I only know a few names. And Bill can't climb the stairs yet, but this butter comes straight from Bill's udder, so it's a Bill.
Best butter.
Bill.
I hope you enjoy.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Very excited. It's the end of our run. And we will be back to entertain you later. There will be singing. Yes.
We disappear after this night every year. It's like
It's amazing. Yes. We're off to the South Florida.
We'll see when we go.
Merry Christmas.
One time I was looking for a molding around here.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to make the ferry. I was dashing through the houses looking, fish around, looking for a molding.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody with great character. And I just wanted to smack someone. Oh, father went to England today.
Yeah, I'm looking for the
Do you
bathroom.
have this goddamn molding? All through the whole place, no one with good character. Very sweet someone. But they had like a half hour,
Yeah.
because the ferry left at 2, whatever. It was like, it's insane.
That's what it's like at Disney World. They want even Goofy. Oh, I don't know. You're like, dude, no, really. I'm trying to get my check
Where is the
cashed.
bathroom?
Where's the bathroom, man? Like, this is serious, Goofy.
The joint is empty.
Really peppery, pepper.
Huh?
Peppery, very peppery.
It's very salty though. I noticed this.
Yeah, soup.
Well, it seems like it's probably like a squash soup.
This
Lobster.
lobster.
Is that why I don't like it?
This.
Is that why I'm finding it hard to eat lobster?
I love lobster.
It doesn't taste like lobster at all.
No, I didn't know. I thought it was a butternut squash.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Clean place over there.
Dude, that deserves a fist bump. Because I don't like lobster at all. So like that is the least fishy,
Yeah.
whatever that is. That's very good.
Good though. Yeah.
No, I've eaten a lot of it. I do not. My whole life I've convinced myself I don't like lobster. So the fact that I've kept eating that thing, something did
Never
something
did
right.
finish it? How you started?
Well, I don't know.
My grandmother.
A lot of money was paid for this. I don't know if it requires me eating.
My grandmother, until she was 15, had lobster every day of her life. That was in Prince Edward Island. They used to pick them. Your father used to.
Ooh, yeah.
They were so plentiful, you could actually pick them from
Right off the ground, yeah.
off the shore.
Lived on Prince Edward
She was
Island.
born there.
And of Green Gables.
That's like the
right?
Anne of Green Gables place.
Yeah,
That's
they were
why I
on.
know.
That's in Queens, but she was on West Prince. That's where most of the French Canadians were. West Prince.
Ghetto.
I mean, I literally watched, that was my favorite show. I've literally seen that.
Oh, really?
I think like 10 times.
Oh, no kidding?
Whole
Huh.
thing.
Oh, as a kid, yeah, as a kid for the girls, like that was a huge, well, PBS anyway. Right? Like,
You know who love it? It's the Japanese. The
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
would send over big, like they'd have factory vacations and they'd send them to Prince Edward Island. They were Japanese. The last time I was in Prince Edward Island, we mostly hung around in West Prince, but then when we went through the Queens with Anne of Green Gables and all that, and there were tons of Japanese tourists that taking pictures. And they come and get married there. They're just fascinated with that story.
Well, they
Anne of
love,
Green Gables.
they love that pristine kind of the Queenie culture that England kind of presents, right? Where it, because they actually are very calm, like noble, right? Whatever you want to say. They love, yeah, I wouldn't want to say truth, but kind of. Like, they're just like, no, you're good, you're honest, you do these things, you're a higher stature, like, you behave that way, though. And,
I love you.
you know, and so like they love that about the UK. They love the etiquette, the Julia Child.
I was super impressed when, remember that, when that prime minister was shot and killed? They pointed out that in one whole year there was only one other gun-related death.
In the whole country of, well, over 100 million people, for sure.
And here we get a gun-related death every second.
Well, yeah, like every second.
I just was so impressed with that. And the guy that killed the prime minister had to make his own gun.
Oh, exactly, yeah, out of like rice paper and whatever. So he did a miracle thing anyway. Like everyone was like, "Oh, it's maybe meant to be." Like he made it out of a bean and rice paper and rice, and we don't even know.
People that own our house, their son, he got his doctorate at Berkeley. He was working in Japan. And they pointed out they would go over and visit him in Japan. And they said that they have a standard that the Chinese can make great stuff. And that's all they will take. They don't want any kind of junk or anything. And you know, the reason we get
But
junk.
the funny is they make us things that suck.
Yeah,
But the
no,
things
this is
they
American-
make, no, but I'm saying, but like the things they make do not suck.
One-time shot.
Like when they make their own things, they're
But
the
Japan,
top.
and Japan doesn't want it.
Same with Japan, like, well, but the same with Japan, like they make their own things, like, but when they're like, oh, we'll make this, it's like the crudest, like silliest.
That's American businessmen go over and say, do it as cheap as you can. You
Like,
take advantage of the cheap
It's
labor.
taking it exactly, but it's not taking advantage of their ingenuity.
No, they do have an amazing.
Even since I was a young lad, I've always looked at what they made, and I was like, the thing about the PlayStation is it's so streamlined, it's so even it didn't even mind. Like it doesn't matter what the game is. Like the way they think is so concise, like a German almost does. Like sometimes where it's like you're like, it's just perfect as it is. Like how did you do that?
All my tools are Makita because they're the better.
Because they're the better. Exactly.
A lot better.
But if you just send them over and make a million balloons for me that blow up into a glove, they'll do garbage for you. You know what I mean? Like they don't care.
Exactly. Where's that place in Boston where they have that crazy dinner you can go to?
Remember my mom and dad went to it? It's
Oh,
the
Medieval
medieval
Manor.
feast.
That
Medieval Manor.
Yeah, we went there one
And
time.
How was it?
It was entertaining. We went there for I think it was my nephew's 40th birthday or something, and my niece set it all up. And
Oh,
we all
yeah.
went there. It was, you're sitting there in the king and everything, and you're eating. First, you get all the shrimp.
Like a
It was
lamb
at
or
our table. There was a young couple at our table, and the woman there. Someone should have told her, because it's peeling each shrimp, but she didn't get the peel part, so she chunked.
Oh, on the shell over those weird scales.
We're like, oh, someone should tell her.
Why do people like this?
I know, and had the heart to tell them. Like,
But they had
you'll
the
be fine. I
jesters,
think they're edible.
And then you ate the big,
Turkey.
turkey. Yeah.
Like Henry VIII, right? Like,
Yeah.
The wenches.
It was entertaining. It was all right.
no, my parents went. I think they were in their probably early 50s, late 40s, and they loved it. What a novel! Well, it's
a novel.
It's Disney or whatever. It's novel. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like,
It was a good show.
because ultimately, you do not want to be alive during that time where the guy next to you can just cut your head off.
Right.
Like, it'd be like, you know what? It's like, look at my sister.
It was
And
like
then you gotta sort it out later, but you're dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like some barbarian just took you out.
yeah.
So, like, it's kind of this neat crossover. Like, it's this rough and, like, you know, like.
Yeah, it's like dinner theater.
Yeah, dinner, exactly. I think that's exactly what they call it. Dinner theater. Like, some beer wench comes and, you know, it provides, like, some savage.
There's a fair too in New Hampshire. I think it's like that.
Yeah, what do we call it? Not the Scottish. The Highland Games, maybe, or whatever. But
Yeah. No, it was more medieval type of thing. Can't remember.
oh, well, we did another thing that was whatever Nico did. What was that called? It was the one where I was telling you, she went, but it's a thing big out west where it's similar, but all the hippies kind of get together, and it's not a rainbow festival, but it's
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Renaissance
Renaissance. That's it.
Renaissance Fair. You might remember it. Not that you went, but hearing about it or whatever. Out west, for sure, it was big, and it's definitely a bunch of big players, so it's not fucking around like she's my friend.
I have some friends who live in a castle. Yeah, in New York, no, in Barrington. They built a little. They're big on doing the Renaissance fair thing. They built a little.
Not in the community in there.
No, but they're all part, own part.
Yeah, you know those.
It's like D&D or whatever. They all got fake
But they
swords or
built a little
whatever.
castle keep. I guess it was a little.
I mean, where Mandy lived, was it, they built like a weird miniature castle, right?
They're friends of Eddie Lingle.
Something like
Oh yeah. Is he around?
He lives in Dover now. I should look him up. I haven't seen
How are y'all
him.
doing this evening?
Very good, thank you.
Welcome to Williamson Tavern. We're so glad to have you all here.
Yeah,
We'll play a couple tunes for you. So
I didn't know him. I knew his sister.
Yeah,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Little classic dance.
You're a little acidic sometimes. I love that.
They want to take
you.
To replicate some of the
Thank you so much.
because in the old days, that when you put it on, you can hold it. I'm not positive. Can I get an IPA? Beef stew, my favorite. It's very hot, very hot. I'm at the table.
Enjoy your meal. We'll chat soon.
I love the violin. Yeah, she was good. I love the violin. It's a great instrument.
Yeah, you gotta be good at it,
Just
alright.
slide this in here for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, the potatoes.
How's everything so far over here? Should I take this out of the way?
Oh,
That's hot, huh?
Very hot.
we'll have to wait a minute. Say
Or
a few
it's
extra
pretty hot.
prayers for coolness.
Burn my face.
But I've had a sneak peek and it's quite good.
No one behind your phone.
Ooh, lemon. Or some orange.
Thank you.
You've got some low ceilings on you.
Well, compared to what they build now, most of the houses I've been working on all got like 9-foot ceilings, like giants are moving in. Even bigger doors.
Oh, wow.
Low ceilings. Your house.
Like 7 feet.
That's what my parents said. I feel like that's pretty
2
average.
maybe.
I can touch the ceiling type of thing, like with my tip, whatever fingers.
Is there an old house?
I'm from the late 60s, or mid to late 60s. I think you just follow the plan, you know what I mean? I feel like you just kind of get in this habit of like, oh, well, that's what we built last time. Because you could go custom. But lately, a lot of the places you've got like, when you walk in, it's like a 25-foot ceiling. I'm like, what are you doing? What a waste of all your space. For like this grand entrance or some weird thing. Like,
The rest of the house is empty.
well, I mean, how do you maintain that? You can't, we're gonna put a 16-footer up to like dust your ceiling? Like, it's not even practical. So to me, it seems silly, but majorly a waste of it. I mean, you could have a whole nother room. For all you care, when you're like just 2 people. Because a lot of these are older people, right, moving into these spaces, right? They don't care, right? But they're not thinking about when you happen to sell it off to somebody, like, what are they gonna do with that? Just ever heat it, or what? I mean, I don't know.
I would assume yes.
Because even we have a hallway, like as you walk upstairs, where you can't easily dust the ceiling, right? You're like, what do I do here? It's like 14 feet up. Swiffer on a pole or something. Yep. Somebody's off the blend.
These handles, they look
Yeah, you do.
It is very peppery, peppery.
Isn't it? It's really good. It's like spicy. And I'm a big, no, the peppers.
Oh, the peppers.
And I'm a big pepper person. Switch does it, so I can't do it at night. I heard that pepper makes the flavor come out of food,
That could be, yeah.
like black pepper.
Brings out the flavor.
What are you doing for Christmas, Scratch?
Chemistry there for sure.
Going down,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm leaving Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We're going on Friday night. We're going to a solstice party. We're by Jonathan and Julie's. This woman there.
Nice.
She used to live in Vermont, and they used to always have a
Yeah.
solstice. I don't know what it's going to entail. But
Oh, you can say.
yeah, I'm going to be there till just after New Year's. I'll come back.
What are you doing for Christmas, Eric?
So first we're gonna go to Jen's on the 23rd, January. And then I'll go back there the next morning, we'll do presents. And I'll drive out to, wherever that town is,
What is it?
Harrisville.
Harrisville.
I always forget the name of it.
Who's in Harrisville?
My sister.
Oh, your sister, right?
So now it's my sister, my father, and Erica. Very
Little mill town over on the way to Keene.
It's very,
I was telling my dad, sometimes you just gotta sit back, like when you're in a situation like that, and just grab the popcorn and just watch. Just be in awe that is unfolding in front of you.
you know, it's just painful. My
Ruby gonna be
sister's
there
like,
too?
this was fun, right? This was fun, this fun, this was fun, right? Right? Isn't this fun?
Is Ruby going with you?
She doesn't go there at all.
No.
She's blowing everyone off, which makes me look good.
He is a little rascal.
Because my sister yelled at her once, and that's it, she's never forgiven her. She never understood my mother because of the accent. And my father's is always, you know, there's no gathering that, you know, they're not discussing blacks or Jews. You know?
So you got that covered. You're like,
Huh?
here we go.
You know, it's the same old. So she's like, all these racists, forget about it.
Well, in the 70s, you had Sammy Davis Jr. to be the black Jew, right?
Plus she's scared of her.
Fully covered.
No, right there.
Whenever we meet her, she'd make sure I was between her and Erica.
Oh, I bet.
She'd be circling around me.
Well, she's a short girl. She's
Huh?
not very tall, right? Your daughter?
Well, she's about 5'8", I guess.
Oh.
She was small 6 years ago.
My niece Ruby, Tina's sister's daughter. She lives in New York City now. She's decided she doesn't want to be called Ruby. She changed her name to Cove.
To what?
Cove. C-O-V-E.
Oh, wow.
She's a witch. Verna. Like short for coven. Cove, like a cove, like the ocean.
Yeah, it's something to do naturally or whatever. Because we
Cute.
keep forgetting and she'll
I'm
correct us
sure,
sometimes.
like.
She
it
said,
wasn't-
why should I keep the name that my parents gave me if I don't like it?
Oh.
And Tina's like, well, because you're named after your grandmother, who I really loved, Ruby, you know, but anyways.
Well, I would look at it more like that's the random universe rolling dice on your name, and like that there is meaning. Like, I don't think Brian's all that special, but like the more I hear about it, I'm like, for myself, I'm like, yeah, that describes me. Like,
Yeah, it's a name.
Like if you look it up on Wikipedia or whatever the other one, Urban Dictionary, it's like no, that describes me.
So we're going
Like,
there next year?
that's like a bad thing or a good thing, I don't know, but like I can't deny like Ryan's a likable guy, blah blah. You're like, yeah, I kind of am. Like whether in the end it all works out, but
I
like.
think I'd spend at least 2 nights in Buffet.
Like Osiris is a Taurus, right? And like I don't even believe in that bullshit, but when I read Osiris's like Taurus thing, I'm like, yeah, like he's a bull in a china shop, right? But he's like never gonna change his ways. He's always right, like blah blah. It's there, like.
So like the age too, the age.
Well, and just why would you like
We
your
were
parents
always right
name you?
with
Like,
that.
there's a funny thing I shared with Jess long ago that I caught, and it was about this family of African people, or I'm making that part up, but they're indigenous people, and when they think of the baby's name, like the mother sings like a song, and like it helps to you want to take over.
Yeah, 'cause you're getting it totally.
It was an ice storm.
It was a story. It is a story about. Do you want to tell it?
No, go ahead. I mean, if I can't be that far off.
Well, kind of are. I mean, so there's this tribe in Africa, or somewhere. Basically, they have they have a tree. This is like really cool. And when a woman gets pregnant, she'll go out and sit by this tree until she kind of gets this kind of like frequency, like a song. She'll start humming it. She'll teach the song to her partner, baby's father. Once they learn it, they'll teach it to all the people in their little, community. And then, that's that child's song. And what happens is when the kid grows up and it starts being a real shithead,
You gotta get past.
the whole community will come together and they'll put the kid like in the center of all the people and sing to it their tune.
Wow, that is their individual song.
Yeah, and they'll sing that person their song to kind of bring them back, from like that weird like. Yeah,
But to call them out, kind of too,
feeling
like.
like they're separate or bad or wrong. Like if they do something like steal or hurt somebody's feelings.
My point being that there's a lot of intention anyway in when they decide to mate and make a little baby and like get stuck with it and all that. Like, but they have this secret backdoor thing. Like when it's misbehaving, they can be like, "Oh, great fruit tree of the ocean, who stomps the avocado in the weed?" You know what I mean? Like, what? It's you. Like, you know it. Like, and you're like, "Oh, I messed up." Like. And so they all sing it as a group, and they like corner you, and you can't escape it. You're like, oh.
Straight back to the left.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it is a very different story.
I wasn't that, like I said, I wasn't that far from that story. It wasn't like
Man, it's amazing.
hugely off.
It is. It's very good.
Everything was great.
Good, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Very good.
I like your earrings.
It's all part of the performance.
Thank you very much.
I just might need something for my dessert.
Oh, we'll give you dessert spoons.
Oh, cool. Look at me, I'm worried about my dessert. Dessert's like my
With my
morning
grandmother.
meal. I'm
We're
like,
not
wait,
having
what
dessert
was-
on
I'm like, what will I have my dessert with?
What do you think the dessert was?
It says it's
No,
marvelous mousse.
What did you think it was going to be?
bread pudding.
And bread, that would have been, you'd be like,
I didn't know
it's
that
a little
was- I didn't know they
dry.
actually had a
Have you
menu.
lost any weight since Tina, you guys
He looks like
she's not
he's-
around to cook so much, to bake so much?
Yeah, it's funny. When Thanksgiving was, I was about 165, and I came home and I weighed myself. I was 170.
You look like the lawyer right now on Law and Order. Sam Shepard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Huh. I don't think I've
He was
ever-
in the Onion Fields. Like he's an actor or whatever.
Oh,
but-
Sam Shepard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot. I'm just with the hair, like, and all that. Like. So, like, don't be scared if someone, like, tries to arrest me. I'm gonna call you. Like,
Yeah,
he's
right.
my legal counsel,
Sam Chubbard.
Sam Shepard. He's an actor. That's fine. He's not even Sam Shepard. He just looks like him. No, it's fine, because sometimes you get accused of looking like someone. I get accused of looking like Dennis Rodman.
Dennis who?
Rodman, he was a basketball player back in the 90s who was a little bit mulatto.
Here, I'm gonna pull up a picture. It's
Okay.
And he actually got accused of being great friends of Kim Jong, like of Korea, North Korea. Like the best.
Oh, really? Uh-huh.
But actually, ironically, because I have fuller lips and my eyes are bigger, there's almost it's a character set, right? Like we all maybe resemble somebody. So I guess in a way I almost do.
Yeah.
As opposed to say Pierce Brosnan or Abe Lincoln or whatever. And I'm like, because he's black, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, and I look at it, I'm like, well, he's got the bug eyes like I do. I'm like, well, maybe, like, because I can't see myself the way people see me.
I can't either.
So, like, I'm like, yeah, I guess I can see that, because when you say that to someone, like, oh, you look like Sylvester Stallone, or
I've never watched Law and Order, but I think I'll take
you should check it out. You'd be like, interesting.
Is he on every time?
Yeah, he's the main chief prosecuting lawyer.
No, it does. He does.
Aside from the curly hair, right, or whatever, like.
No, you don't see until after he gets rid of his beard. Really weird. Like his nose and his eyes.
No, but more than say Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy.
I mean,
Any
Dennis-
other black man there ever was. Or John Denver, I guess.
I never get accused of looking like anyone else. Just what I get accused is that somebody.
It's not a bad thing,
looked like
trust me.
somebody knows. Like all the time.
Imagine the person has to be like, did you know you look like Hitler? What?
There was a guy a couple times.
I don't even have facial hair. It's not a fact.
He had like buck teeth, like when I had buck teeth, he had reddish hair like me, ginger, and everyone thought we were cousins. And I was like, we're not.
That was bad enough.
Ginger with buck teeth.
That's not enough to say we look alike. Bugs Bunny looks like me too, you know. I have larger teeth. Well, women are really great at being like, that baby looks just like the father. How can? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like a little blob of goo. It's got the eyes of the father. But women know. They're like, can't you see in the nose? And I'm like, it's like 1 year old. It looks like everybody.
Yeah, they're
like
a little goober. That's why.
Well, the thing, we have photos of Osiris. He looks like your stepbrother.
Yeah. Looks like the mailman.
And the mailman. I'm like,
Well, Damien, my son
Damien
Damien,
looks like
he
Ricky.
looked like my sister for a while, and then he looked like my ex-wife's
yeah, they changed,
brother.
right?
Yeah,
You're like,
changed all the time.
and she's like,
Now he looks like
lately,
himself.
yeah, lately Osiris looks like you. I'm like, I guess.
Where have I seen you before?
I hope so. I was around.
I don't know.
I was around.
Everybody knows Osiris is my son.
It's like that meme where the guy comes back from Iraq and he's been gone for like 4 years and he comes back to his 1 year old son.
Oh yeah, right.
And he's like, oh, and she's like, yeah, it's yours. It's been gone for like 5 years. It could definitely
A long
not be-
gestation
yeah,
period.
Exactly. He has no idea how it works, so he's all set.
Oh, he's pretty dark though.
Yeah. It looks just, it's got like, it's got the curly dreadlocks. It looks just like you. Scottish.
It was viral when he was like on TikTok. So it made him like famous. So there's now our town. So
Well, he should get a GoFundMe for
now he needs
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Now he needs
to get a
to.
GoFundMe. Osiris has no, he doesn't.
What's he doing now?
Continue the fame.
He works
Flipping
at
pizzas,
a
making
pizza
subs.
place. He makes subs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
He's been at that for a long time,
he
right?
has, yeah. And now he works like a specialty sub shop in our town.
Oh yeah.
They got kind of a cool crew going. He likes his coworkers.
He's looking forward to snowboarding this winter, and then he's taking a cruise with his friends.
Where?
Nassau? Is that what you said? Oh, Bahamas.
Yeah, they're going from Miami out to the Bahamas
Yeah.
on a cruise.
Cool.
I'm like, dude, I never did anything
How old
like
is he
that.
now?
21.
He's just 21?
He's gonna like that cruise ship.
Dude, he should be parachuting there too. Like, are there rockets available? Like, live it up. At this point, I'm like, life is fragile. Well, if I make it to work, I'm okay. But like his age,
Like one of those nice big track homes, like cool.
doing all sorts of dumb
That
stuff.
would be like Osiris loves like refrigerators and might make ice cubes and toilets that heat up.
Yeah, who might
lights.
tell him Babylon is gonna kill us all? Like, it doesn't matter. We have infinite time to decide whether that's real.
The charm.
So I don't get in the way. Because at first I'm like, you're going to the tropics? I would love it. I think I would love to go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a cruise ship? Half of me is like, no, I
And he
wouldn't.
was like showing Osiris the videos. Osiris was so excited. He was like, oh man, I'm looking forward to this tour.
I'm like, bless you for wanting to do something dumb like that. Like,
It basically like lights up. And it like opens for you. It's like stupid. Anyway.
it doesn't matter. Like, he's like a Star Trek
He's
kid,
not
right?
really like Ryan and I are so not like
It's
that.
reality now.
But he
That's,
loves
they love it. I'm like, God damn. Not gonna tell him it sucks. He'll figure it out. Hopefully not quickly though. It doesn't really matter. Like,
It makes him happy.
if it makes him happy, exactly. Like he likes his friends and they like to hang out. That is what it's about. If you haven't got that, you haven't got anything. So
They fly down to Florida?
they'll either fly down or they'll all group in a car. Or, you know what I mean? Like they'll do it together and like they have a great time.
They're gonna stay at a hostel when they get down there for 2 nights in Miami.
There could be a horror novel in there. Like
Staying at
Fun road trip.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Even just 2 nights in
Cheech and
Miami.
Chong
would
from
be
the
fun.
70s.
Yeah, when you're with your friends.
and all smoke
Okay.
food.
he does.
But they're not
like,
heavy
pretty much-
drinkers. It'll be
He
fun.
does.
They'll have fun.
Osiris does like 2 pretty big, substantial trips a year, I'd say.
He's living like a king. I can't even put
Good to
tires
travel
on.
at his age, for
That's
sure.
what he likes doing. He likes to kind of like work and then go places with his friends.
Good experience.
He went to New York City.
He's been in New York City. The only place
To see a movie? Good.
he wants to maybe go to LA at some point. It's like, yeah,
And
you
they
can see
hit
it
all
all.
the whatever, like parties.
See it all.
They went to a hookah bar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Osiris was like, it's
He
expensive.
paid like $60 to smoke tobacco through a hookah or whatever. You know what I mean? Like on some skyline view.
It was like
Price,
$65
like,
on one hookah.
In the old days, we were just happy to get like a pint of beer and go watch the Velvet Underground, right, or some bullshit, like, in some like subterranean club where like water dripping in from the street of the bar. He's like, nah, I kind of like it this way, Dad. I'm like, if I don't have to pay all my check,
Slip a little hash.
have fun.
That's what they do in Canada.
But he does have his own apartment. He lives next door. He lives in the same building, but he lives kind of a couple
He's
doors
next
down.
Oh, yeah?
So it's awesome. You know, we get to hang out, but not like actually live together. I wish like I think everyone should live like
3 doors down is what they call it,
like
right?
it's perfect, like condo style. And then you can just pack it in with your friends and family would be ideal.
Well, kept the family or
other place they made this insane asylums. Speaking of, I've got my bracelet. Take him away, boys.
Have fun.
Throw him in the galley.
My sister would be trying to dictate everything everybody.
Let it snow, let it snow.
You're just saying holidays with friends. Those are the best.
I feel like every couple years I am having like a falling out with different relatives, so it kind of blocks them out.
Yeah.
Just like it's on
Cycle through
It's
them.
like on a rotation. You know, I piss someone off
Until
one
they
year,
die, of
so for a
course.
couple of years, you know, next, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of works for me.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Problem is I don't know all the lyrics to this song, I don't know all the words. They start getting the concept and like.
What is called constitutional.
I'm good on dessert coffee. Coffee or dessert?
No coffee. Do you want a coffee?
It's brilliant.
I picked out on the one that they do.
Down, right down the middle, squirt sleeve off, left hand or top. It's real. But it's just, I listen to each one about 6 times.
Probably down.
It's great, like the Constitution. It was basically a 4-month war crawl from Philadelphia. Here we go. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. I was talking shit.
No, it's something like that.
Is
that even the way they're saying?
It's very
You and your
informative.
You look like my favorite football coach. You know who that is?
He's a singer, not
You're down there late at night, you can't sleep, you should look it up.
Hello!
He's a musician, not a singer.
What do you play?
What's that?
Play it all.
Okay, here's the deal.
And what about it?
Music menus.
Menus.
You get that one.
Oh, this is the
You don't
edible
need
part
to.
of the show?
I was just gonna give you a card and you gotta do what you gotta do.
So you pick 2 songs per room from the musical menu.
Yeah.
My glasses.
If you
He's
see,
gonna sing too.
if there's nothing in the musical menu, if there's a song in your
man.
head that you might want to hear,
No Marty Robbins?
we might want to try it. You know, you ask and we'll see what happens.
Yes, we always try our
Sometimes
best.
things happen
I
as we try to sing a song.
That's a good one. Wassail. Because we don't know it.
Why would you pick?
What do you
I
want?
didn't even know it.
Hold on.
What do you want?
Need your glasses?
Glasses.
You want Feliz Navidad?
Yes, absolutely.
There we go.
What are we
See,
doing?
this is what I mean.
It's
solutions
Spanish
oriented.
for
Going
Merry
south of the
Christmas.
border.
Now Mexico.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Jose Cuervo gets you drunk. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Jose Cuervo gets you drunk. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
One more time.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Ole!
All right. Another song. You can do it. This is the fun part. You're in charge.
Like,
What do you want?
oh, that's a good one too. Good
They sung a lot of them.
Otherwise, if you want to do something.
Deck the halls. Look at that.
Oh, there you go. Deck the halls. Yeah.
Ready? Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. It's the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. While I dance a Yuletide trail. La 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 la. See the blazing, right?
Yes.
See the blazing Yule before us. La 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. La 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. La 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 la. While I sing the Yuletide treasure. La 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 la. Bravo! Bravissimo!
Well done,
I'll
everybody.
collect your menus.
Oh, yes, we need these back. It's a little
Bon
bit of a show.
appetit.
You can't take them with you.
Never could.
We will be back in a little bit.
Oh.
There she goes. Yes. A true angel. We will be back.
Here? You got it? Anyone else need anything at all?
All right, the new car order for myself, be arriving next week. This is the new car we just paid for me, will arrive next week, thanks.
Oh,
It's a good one,
it is?
yeah. I'll take your ride.
Oh, okay. Is this good?
That was great. I did this, I just did the 18.
Okay, that's good.
Right there. Oh, I did it.
Oh,
Hold on, I took care of it all for you.
oh, you did? Oh,
You said to
thank
take care of it, I did.
you. Awesome.
She's a witch.
I had the help of a device, but you know.
Of course.
Thank you.
And then I needed 2 pairs of glasses because it's late in the evening. I know if anyone else gets that way, but you know.
That's hilarious. Funny. That's hilarious. I gave 2 glasses because it's the end of the
Yeah, I was
day.
like, yeah, I mean, like an extra moose.
How bright.
No, he doesn't want one.
Good.
I'm a moose man.
No moose or lobster.
Oh, I didn't. Well,
Huh?
I'm afraid there's lobster in my moose. I feel like I was tricked earlier.
Always pretty much anything put in the moon.
I heard that that's kind of Norwegian.
Where-
It's a Norwegian.
Don't they usually put like a seafood warning on these things?
No, but you never left any food on your plate. Ever.
Really? Like ever?
Dude, she'll eat
If you put it on
eel.
your plate, you eat it.
Jess will eat like roadkill.
So,
If you just tell her it's like
I've
5
been
star.
slightly remiss in my duties.
Is there
So,
a pot of gold?
you know what, if it were, then I'd buy bars for all of us.
Oh, great.
Sadly, not so much. I just need to know 4 households, 1 household, how many households?
4.
Two, yeah, 2. And then, there
She
you
can
go.
count.
Okay, perfect.
Are these
perfect.
magic beans? That's
No,
awesome.
they're not. But once
Well,
again, if I
sounds
had
like it.
those, I could 100%.
It sounds like it. Come on.
Right? All right, so every year we like sharing a holiday tradition with you. The holiday tradition I'm going to share with you is wassail. So inside each one of these packets, which is one for every household, is everything that you're going to need except for a gallon of apple cider or a good red wine. So there's a sachet and all the
Did he open it?
I did.
Is he eating them?
No, I was looking at it.
Okay.
Okay, it's a sachet and all the spices that you're gonna need. So you're gonna put all the spices into the sachet carefully, and then you put that in cider or a good red wine, heat it up, and you have wassail like I have in the tent. And the tradition of wassail is actually a Norse tradition. And what they would do is when they found the Yule log, they would anoint it with honey and spices. And then they would scrape that into a wooden bowl when they got back to the hearth. They keep that beside the door, and then when company came to visit, they would mix it with cider. And they would say to their guest, 2 words, not one, we consolidated as we are about to do. It was was hail. And wassail means be well. So, wow. So I wanted you all to be able to do in your own homes, like I'm going to say to all of you, especially you always need to be healthy. We need you. Let me tell you about that next project. So, this man is amazing, I don't know. Absolutely amazing, does the best things. I'm sure the company Zen does things too, but yes. He designed a lot of the things that you see in Pickwick's, I'm just saying. So, if you have company over, you can say to them as I say to you, wassail, wassail. Very welcome. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Larry rips it up and it's like, no! It's like a tea thing. They're like, don't open it up.
Warm it up. That's the other thing.
Larry's the conductor.
With this other stuff you put in.
They already have your next project lined up for you.
Pinocchio. Puppets.
To be on the West Coast.
Oh, it's good.
Nice how they're decorated.
Hagen Olympics.
I like the house. How do you like the house you guys are building? Do you like how it's coming out? Yeah. Yeah, looks good.
Excited about the slate wall.
Yeah, I like this slate.
So it's half slate, but half like metal. Kind of like plates, panels that go up like vertical. Every 25 something like inches, something like that. That's awesome.
That way they don't need a painter.
Forever.
Why zinc? Because it doesn't rust? Or?
Yeah. Durable.
Oh, yeah.
It'll slowly corrode. Nothing does
No
rust.
maintenance.
That's key.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting about surgical steel? They say is that as cool as it is because it doesn't rust, if you hit it the right way, surgical steel shatters.
Eric, I mean,
So it's not great for buildings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but it's okay for surgical tools. But like if you tap it at the right frequency, it breaks. So it would never make a great building, even though it never rusts.
Right.
Isn't that the irony of life, though, right? That perfection that we're looking for isn't really ever going to be there. There is no eternal life on Earth.
Planes would just fly right over.
Well, things decay. That's what makes room for the new, right? Like tomorrow, the clouds will look different because it's not today. And metal will decay, and
I just read an interesting book. My father-in-law read it, so it turned me on to it. It's called Headed into the Abyss.
get out your
This guy named
Can't believe I did it.
Watson. He was a journalist for like 20 years. And
You know, they have a satellite
locally,
right
he
on
started
the whole
putting,
area.
talking, putting all this
Getting
stuff
away.
together. He didn't think civilization was going to last another 30 years. And interestingly enough, he went through the whole scenario in the most. I mean, he went through he said all the factors, add in together. It's I mean, I've always known doom freaks all my life.
no,
so-
that's like a geopolitical analysis or whatever,
Yeah,
right? It's
but-
trying to.
The reason I read it because my father-in-law alluded to the fact that he thinks it's because of the internet. It's going to really end up taking us down because
It's like
everything is dependent.
disassociated us, kind of, right?
Everything's so tied into it. like all our power, grocery stores now, everything. He said not just that, he said everything combined. He went through like, I mean, the whole book, he went through technology. So capitalism is on steroids now.
All right, but what do you think about it? Like, just as your general observation as a person who just gets through life and does very little shopping, like, you do very little anything.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not by far like a freak, but
No.
but you're of the 49%, not the 51%.
We're really the last generation that know how to do things without.
Yes. But however, like, it's pretty human nature to like pick your ass and clean your ears and like. So we're not like, even my kid who's been around me. I
That
didn't
was
make.
another thing. Human nature was a part of.
Right, but I didn't teach him how to cut wood and start a fire. He was around me while I did those things.
I didn't like my.
But is he totally devoid of that ability to take care? I don't know. Fingers crossed. And there are certainly lots of people
How
who
much fun
can't
did you
do
have?
it.
This much
I think
fun?
we're close.
This much fun?
I definitely think we're close. Where
Folks, thank you so much for coming.
thank you for having us.
Oh, no, you're welcome. We can't do this without you. I know that sounds silly.
It's lonely.
But you know, it's without your buy-in, without your enthusiasm, without looking at this insane concept and going, sure, I'll do that. That'll be fun. We would be lost. So thank you all so much for that. A couple of bits of business before we go. When you are leaving us, you can leave through the front door, watching your steps. 1769. You don't want to do that, believe me. Cobblestones, not your friend. And also, for those of you that are leaving your
Tip, but not cow
no cow tipping.
No more cow
But
tipping.
using, what's the thing that kids are using these days? Fred?
Credit card.
Credit card.
But it's witchcraft.
It's witchcraft. I don't know what it is.
Oh, witchcraft.
But my niece, Tabitha, will be coming through with an
iPatch.
iPad.
iPad. Arg.
Sounds piratical. iPad.
Arg.
Come on, we needed to use some.
Touch the iPad.
Touch the iPad. Yes. But she will be here soon. She's here even now.
Here I am.
You are. I could tell you
Shackles.
that I don't pay my nieces much, but I would be lying. I don't pay them at all. Come on, it's Christmas. You can't abuse your family. I don't even like that.
Family.
But
I'd
she
be
will
lying if
here
I
to
say
help
that I
you
paid
out
them a
with
lot
that.
because I
Merry
don't pay them at
Christmas.
all.
Merry Christmas. Cheers to a great new year.
Thank you so much for coming.
Capitalism.
Capitalism at its finest.
Hey.
Here we are,
Oh,
boss.
cheers. Wonderful. Thank you for dinner.
Thank you so much for joining us. No, this is great. We needed your Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Off to the gallows you go, you lot. Onto the gangplank.
Pirate ship.
It's been nice to know you.
Uncle, there's one more room. I don't know what's
What would
happening.
get it out of
It's the basement. We call it the bank, the basement.
Thank you, Larry. That was great. Appreciate it. Whatever happened to Pat? Is it Pat?